So the cabinet paper on charter schools promises improved learning outcomes for Māori and Pacifica. You talked about the evidence you've considered there. What evidence exists from the previous iteration of charter schools that it achieves those learning outcomes for those groups?
Well, when I take a look at the local one in my electorate, Vanguard, they are taking kids who fail in the mainstream from all over Auckland, in fact, outside of Auckland.
We can't let this go past. Always these ministers go to an anecdotal example. So because this one that I've seen locally is doing it well, then all of them are going to be great.
And I go and talk to those kids every year. I sit down with their new recruits, and you hear these heartbreaking tales of the fact that they were never succeeding in the mainstream. They thought that
this is the thing. This is the saying the quiet bit out loud. What you're doing is you're going to force a whole new generation, Chewy will tell you, to not succeed in the public sector by doing this 1950s style teaching. However, 15 charter schools are going to start off with, and there's going to be a cost to them. So all those kids who can't afford or don't have access to a charter school are now going to fall through the cracks. They're going to be these kids you're fucking talking about that haven't succeeded in the system. You're creating a generation of that, and you're doing that to say, but charter schools. So 15 of them. Okay. What happens if the parents can't afford it, or there's not one in their area that this kid's going to fall through the cracks? It'll just work.
No. And you hear these heartbreaking tales of the fact that they were never succeeding in the mainstream. They thought that they were never going to succeed. In fact, many of them say to me, we thought we were dumb. They get to a school like this that has the flexibility to innovate, the flexibility to do things differently. And these kids are now...
It sounds like she's saying that's better. So why the fuck aren't you doing that at every school? Like, she sounds like she's saying that's better. Doesn't it sound like she's saying charter schools are better? The way charter schools are going to do it is better. So then why are you forcing public schools to not do it that way? I kind of feel like you want to jump in here, too. You're welcome.
Because it's their standard narrative, Ben. Government, large, unwieldy, slow, even when we're in charge of it. State schools, large, unwieldy, slow, bound by rules, all of this sort of stuff. Charter schools, sexy, innovative, agile, private, money-making. Just remember, whenever they are bigging up these charter schools, it costs around 10 to 12 grand per year to teach a student in a state school. Last time they tried this charter school bullshit,
48.
50 grand per student. Like Vanguard's the school that she's talking about is Vanguard Academy, which is a military style academy school. And they always trot this one out because it has that image and it has a lot of success stories and that sort of thing. And they're using that as like every charter school is going to be like this. But it's not. All the other charter schools will be some sort of wackadoo religious, don't have to follow the state prospectus bullshit at all, and they can teach whatever they want. They can have anyone teach it. You don't have to be a teacher.
Yeah.
There's no state oversight at all on educational outcomes in these charter schools. For every good one you have, you might have 3 or 4 that are shithouse, that are just churning out the next generation of bigots and nutbars.
And let me say this, a good education system, one that we can actually be proud of, which is sort of the words that they're talking about, greatest little country in the world, best education system in the world, would be a system that those kids wouldn't fall through. She's just talking about kids who felt like they were dumb. A good education system would work where they didn't feel like that. That an education system would be able to provide for all of their kids, not back to the 1950s of reading, writing, and arithmetic, which is going to be perfectly fine for a lot of the kids, maybe most of the kids, the academic kids. I would have been okay with that. My brain works in a certain way, even though I'm dyslexic. I like numbers. I like shapes. It works, right? For other people, maybe not so much. And a good education system would have a place for them and a way to teach them and not just go, hey, there's charter schools for you. There's not one within 200 Ks. Maybe that's how you can get there every day.
I'm not even going to say that all charter schools are bad. I just think the space that they operate in would be extremely limited. And I think that they should receive no more funding per student than a state school does.
Sure.
You know, because I'm sure if you flooded the state education system with 50 grand per student per year,
Yeah.
they could fucking pull some pretty good results out there as well, because they're able to pay their teachers more. They have more resources. You know, they're able to hire more relievers or assistants. They could bring their class sizes down. All the things that charter schools do, if it's going to come down to just a question of funding, rather than these guys look like they're an American-style military academy, isn't that cool? State schools can get those results as well. You know, state teachers can be just as effective when they're not under
and
the
innovative,
pump, fighting off.
Innovative.
Give them. People are innovative when they're well resourced and they have time to think.
Yep.
You know, and so that and that's what it comes down to.